The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Shane McClanahan. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, this guy's coming off a season where fell short of 200 strikeouts, which is kind of the ultimate for pitchers to get to that level. And it just tells you how nasty his stuff is, but it also leaves a little bit on the table for him to come out this season and make sure that he gets over that number so that he can go into the offseason feeling like I'm in a pretty special group.
McClanahan, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Lau makes the grab, one away. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Riley Green. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. 2 down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now Al Kaline. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Welcome back. Starting in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Manuel Margot. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. The next offering misses. 2 and 2. A swing and a soft liner. Hauls it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. Yeah, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Here's Ray Boggs now. This guy has turned into a beast. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. The 1-1. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Ramirez grounds second on his way to third. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now batting Wander Franco. 2 outs. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back. Top of the second. The batter will be the shortstop, Alan Trammell. And it is 2-1. There's a strike. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The 2-2 on the way. And that's down and away. And he walked him.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
So digging in, Eric Haas. Next pitch inside, and it's 2-1. At the belt and fires. And now 2-2. Trammell aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him swinging.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Now it's Javier Baez. The pitch. Late on that fastball. Two now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2-2 now. Got him. Down on strikes, and he knew it.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Next offering is downstairs. Step off, throw to first. Trammell back in on a dive. And fouled off. Swung on, belted. Arozarena going back on this one. Racing back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track. Tigers leave one. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, we head to the bottom of the second. Isaac Paredes now. 1-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And there's the strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting 7.
Lau at the plate. He has, as they like to say, light tower power. Not a big guy, but a big swing.
1 ball,
And thunder in that bat. One down, base is empty. And there's a ball.
It's a good take.
And down on strikes. And there are 2 outs.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Francisco Mejia coming up to hit.
2 strikes.
This one popped up. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Rays go in order, 1-2-3, but they hold a 1-0 lead. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jonathan Schoop.
Jonathan Schoop.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And next to hit for Detroit, Kerry Carpenter. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
And now here is Miguel Cabrera. In for a strike, and it's 2-2. On the ground, right side. Sneaks through, base hit. Lead runner around second. Margot to third, and he's out.
Well, it's always a risk when you're pushing for third like that. A bang-bang play. Had a chance to make it. Maybe a little better slide around the tag, but a nice job by the defense to cut off that runner.
Now the number 2 hitter, Riley Green, went down on strikes his first time through. The pitch. Strike of the outside corner. Going to count 1-2. That one missed.
No, he's really working him away, this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Left-hand hitter waits. Line drive, and that's just foul. Two on the way. Down the line, it's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Up next is the Tigers. The right fielder. Now
2 gone with runners at the corners. Now it's the right fielder, Al Kaline. And a major milestone is right around the corner. 1 home run short of 400 for his career.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Alan Trammell. He reached out a walk his first time. The 1-1.
2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
2-1 now. And it's fouled away. Cabrera at third. Green over at second. Kaline on at first with 2 down. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back now in Tampa Bay, and now it's Jose Siri. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
2 outs, base is empty. Harold Ramirez at the dish. The walk and a run scored his first time. Next one misses, and it's 2-1. In the air out to center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Down in order go the Rays. But they lead it 1-0. Welcome back. New inning getting started. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Eric Haas.
Eric Haas.
The pitch.
Ball 2.
Well, these Tigers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
The batter now, Javier Baez. Caught looking his first time up, and here it comes.
Nope.
Good eye in that spot. Two one now. Swings through that one.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And next up for the Tigers, Tony Clark.
Almost drove one out of here last time up, flied out to the warning track.
Oh, right to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone. By the time it got to the plate, people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Haas at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. 1 left for Detroit. They still trail 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, John Giambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Wade Boggs. Ball to strike. And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, these Rays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Kicks and fires. And another ball.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Caught him looking for the K.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Here's a 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
And a 1-2. And a ball evens the count.
2-2 to count.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
The batter, number 5.
Here's Wander Franco. His first at bat was a strikeout.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He doesn't have a throw, and he reaches safely. Isaac Paredes next to hit for the Rays. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. The lefty ready, and a 1-1.
balls, one strike.
The 2-1 is high. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
On the ground, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now
Back-to-back base hits.
base hit.
Pretty good fastball
Right
location. Down and in on the corner,
Wow.
but that was just a nice job to handle it and hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now Brandon Lowe. Ground ball left side. They get the force, and that is the inning. So the Rays strand a pair, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back. Here's the left fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Here comes a pitch. Fought off foul. The 1-2. Upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding the hole in the defense.
And up next for Detroit, Miguel Cabrera. 1 for 2. And a 1-1. And a foul ball left side. Carpenter gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a ball popped up. Bronco brings it in, and there's 1 down.
Now batting the center fielder, Riley Green.
And now the center fielder, Riley Green.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Bounce to third. Boggs goes to second. Safe there. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
2 on, 1 out. Al Kaline up now for the Tigers. The 1-1. And a foul ball.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Good job to fight that one off. Two on, 1 out. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And that one in the air center field. diving, but it gets down for a hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with one away.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Now on the mound for the Rays, number 30, on for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Now it's going to be Alan Trammell. Boggs, jump throw. Now 2 away as they get a run across. At the plate, Eric Haas. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
And the pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Save!
He beat it.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now the DH, Javier Baez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And he deals. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes.
That's ball 3.
Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Thompson preparing to come on if needed. Poche getting loose as well. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
2 outs. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And now the lefty. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
And next to hit for Detroit, Tony Clark. Ball to strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Tigers 3, the Rays 1. Bottom of the inning, and here's the catcher, Francisco Mejia.
The catcher,
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 away.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's a 1-1. Out towards right center field, and it drops in. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Manuel Margot up to the plate. Siri, the base runner at first with 1 out. Runner on the go. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
Up next for Tampa Bay,
Harold Ramirez. Next to hit for the Rays. He's 0 for 1. And a pitch. On the corner for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Movement in the bullpen. Jason Foley getting ready to go. Cisnero, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And a pitch. Got him. And that will end the inning. 1 left for Tampa, and they still trail it here 3-1. Back here at Tropicana Field, all set for the top of the 6th. And now it's Jonathan Scope. And downstairs.
Well, these Tigers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count off, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
At the belt and fires. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
The left fielder, number 30.
Now, Kerry Carpenter.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
The 1-1. Curveball drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Carpenter checks his swing, appeal to third. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Back to the top of the lineup, Miguel Cabrera digs in now. 1 for 3. Fly ball down the line. Margot makes the catch. That is the inning. So they go quietly there. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Tigers 3, the Rays 1. Welcome back. Here's the third baseman, Wade Boggs.
The third baseman, Wade Boggs.
Bounce to the left side. To first. That takes care of Boggs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Next to hit, Randy Arozarena. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. And a pitch. Goes down looking.
Now batting,
Wander Franco next to hit for the Rays.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Jason Foley, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first. Franco gone on the play. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Tigers 3, the Rays 1. Back now in Tampa Bay, top of inning number 7. And here is Riley Green. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. The pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. On the ground, out to short. Slings to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Alan Trammell up now for the Tigers. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. 1-1 now. And a swing and a miss there. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. And that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's there with a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of moving the other way.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Eric Haas now at the plate.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
And that one almost got him.
Hoog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Javier Baez up next. Swings and misses, and we're filled up. Lifted in the air, right field. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And the inning is over. Tigers lead 1, but they still lead it 3-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jason Foley.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Clips the corner. And the count 1-2.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
And the righty deals.
Ball 2.
That's a really good take.
And the right-hander deals. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Righty to the plate. And now it's filled up.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
The punch out there. 1 out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now it's Brandon Lau. Next pitch is outside. Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Got him swinging. And he's down on strikes for the 2nd time today.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Stepping in, Francisco Mejia. And there's a fly ball deep right field. K-Line going back on it. Leaping, and he makes the grab. Nothing doing for Tampa, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the DH, Javier Baez. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Ripped to short. Zips it to first. Baez gone on the play.
The first baseman, number 17, Tony Clark.
Tony Clark up now for the Tigers. A switch hitter batting right. And there's ball 4.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Clark over at first with 1 away. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one hit to right. Margot in pursuit. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 2 down.
Up next is the Tigers, the left fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
And next up for the Tigers, Kerry Carpenter. Here's a 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that one's gone. His first homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-1.
He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
So the batting order turns over, and here's the Tiger leadoff man, Miguel Cabrera. The pitch. This one in the air center field. Siri brings it in for the 3rd out. Detroit adds 2 on this homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. Righty delivers. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. On the ground to short. Sends it across to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
So the Rays batting order turns over. And stepping in for the Rays, Manuel Margot. The pitch. Margot tries to hold up. Appeal to first. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. And a 2-1 on the way. Good eye right there.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Harold Ramirez next to hit for the Rays. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
Three-two now. On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 9th inning coming up. It's the Tigers 5. The Rays 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Thompson.
Number 81. Ryan Thompson.
Now the number 2 hitter, Riley Green.
The center fielder, Riley Green.
Left-hand batter waits. Swings through that one for strike 2. Next offering misses down and away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So man aboard. And up next for Detroit, Al Kaline. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Cuts and misses. That's a strikeout.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 3. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Zach Littell getting loose out there. Three-two. Line drive, caught. Dives for the bag, got him. Double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Tigers 5, the Rays 1. New pitcher for the Tigers, Jose Cisnero.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now Wade Boggs.
For the Rays, the third baseman, Wade Boggs.
Kicks and deals. There's a strike. High in the air, out to right. And puts the squeeze on that one. One down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Right-handed reliever. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Will Vest getting loose for A.J. Hinch. And here it comes.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Green on the run. And in one hops the wall. Not stopping. He's going for three. And he's at third with one away. That's a triple.
He was all over that one. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
He's 2 outs away. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Wander Franco. The pitch. And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So it's their last chance in this one. And the batter now, Isaac Paredes. The 2-1. And there's a ball. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Now that
Cal Newhouser will take over here. A chance at his first save of the year.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 16. Now,
so they're at the corners now. Brandon Lau next to hit for the Rays. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
2 strikes.
And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, a 4-pitch save. He was just starting to get comfortable out there after throwing a lot of pitches in the bullpen in this one. But a nice job of attacking the hitters, being very efficient. And this is what you want to do. You want to come in and you want to close things out as quickly as possible.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers, 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Rays, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Our paid